given what's happening in the Arctic and China's designs on the Arctic, can you just speak to what you think our posture ought to be with respect to the Arctic?
Well, we're an Arctic power. The Russians, legitimate Arctic power. The Chinese are not. Whether they're near Arctic power or I don't know what the term they came up with to give an excuse for them to be up there.
Crazy.
I think, frankly, I know you didn't ask me this question, but it's one I welcome the ability to talk about in some of this discussion with Greenland, putting aside all the things that are going on in the media. I think we need to understand that Greenland has been strategically important to the United States and to the West for a very long time. In fact, in 1941, at the outbreak of World War II, the United States was signed up as a protectorate, even though the Denmark had been occupied. You think back into I think Harry Truman tried to buy Denmark. Harry Truman had made an effort to try to buy it for like $100 million. He was rebuffed. And then the U.S. has maintained through the mutual defense agreement there the opportunity to base itself, to have military bases, and it had them for a while. Why? The reason why is because of where it's located geographically. Yes, the access to the minerals on Greenland are critically important. But as more navigable space is opening up in the Arctic, particularly this northern passage that goes from Russia to China, Russia to Asia, and could cut transit times by as much as 40%, the Arctic is going to become incredibly critical. And so we have to have a presence there. We have to have a presence there, not just saying, okay, we have a base, we have 200 people, or we have a flag flying. We have to have the ability, for example, to have the ships that can navigate on the naval level and keep those shipping lanes open if in fact they're being threatened. We have to have partners along the Arctic region that will join us in ensuring that the Arctic region is open for free and flow of navigation as these passages open up. Because global trade, we have positions within the State Department that I think in the past have been diminished or people just haven't paid a lot of attention to. And I just had this conversation the other day with Senator Murkowski that all of a sudden I think people are interested in serving in Arctic affairs and in Arctic posts, because this issue of Greenland has opened our eyes to the broader geographic importance of the Arctic region, which long has been a curiosity or something people have not talked about. But I think now we have the opportunity to see it for what it is. And that is, one, if not the most important, one of the most critical parts of the world over the next 50 to 100 years will be whether there's going to be freedom of navigation in the Arctic and what that will mean for global trade and commerce.